Hello, welcome back to Rising Advocacy. I'm just gonna go over this PowerPoint I made just to do my advocacy journey as a neurodivergent individual. So, my advocacy journey as a neurodivergent individual. So, a little bit about me. That's also a picture of me, as you know. Hello. A little bit about me is my name is Samantha Noth, and I've been on a unique journey of self-discovery. I was diagnosed with OCD and ADHD as a child and autism at 19. For many years, I struggled with anxiety and feeling hopelessness. Over time, I realized I need more support to thrive and begin seeking help. Before I was in program, I was really depressed. I didn't get out of bed or anything. So now I do have things that I could show up to, and it makes me feel a lot more meaningful, and we'll just dive into that. And this is my family. So we have my mom, my dad, and my brother. My family has been my biggest advocates for me my entire life, and I don't know what I'd do without them. I'm very grateful that I have a close support system. And on this next slide, it shows how my mom has always been a strong advocate for me. She wrote a letter to my school when I was little, stating reasons why she thinks I suffer from either a processing or communication disorder. She talks about how she had to ask me something 3 times in order for me to understand and respond, and how I had a hard time crossing the street. She gave a list for these reasons to be true. And this is the letter. Now, I'm not going to read all of it, but if you'd like to pause the video, you can. But I am just going to read a snippets of it. So I went to Eagle Elementary School. I was falling greatly behind from my peers, and she wanted to meet with Marianne to discuss having extra support for an IEP, because this part, I laugh at some parts because in the letter it says, while watching interactive TV like Dora and Mickey Mouse, I never yelled out an answer, but my brother would, and I look at him like, what's going on there? So it's kind of funny, but not really, because I did feel isolated, and I didn't understand as much as other people. So she just wrote this letter to get me an IEP. I did speech 5 times a week. I was brought to extra help twice a week, and she just said that she feels like I'm gonna need more help, and she wanted to get me help. And this is why being an advocate is so important, to get help and to even speak for others that may not be able to. Growing up neurodivergent, I had an IEP, which is an individualized education plan. It was extra time on tests and separate test rooms, so I wouldn't get easily distracted. Despite these supports, I felt isolated and struggled to keep up. Friends would visit, but I found it hard to interact or relate. For instance, I would be at one part of my house, and my friends would be at another part of my house, interacting with the other friends that I may have, but I never really was included as much. And then the letter from the last slide shows that my mom kept reflecting the challenges with communication that I had. and adolescence and burnout. As I grew older, school support lessened, leaving me feeling stranded, which, like, this is kind of what happened was, as I did better in school, they were like, oh, she's doing better, let's, like, her grades are getting better, let's take away some support. But that left me feeling like I had no support to go to, and so I didn't have any, like, friends or anything outside of school that would help me. So I worked hard to fit in, but often felt like something was missing. Without adequate resources, I fell into a deep depression, unable to envision a future. I spent much of my time sleeping and avoiding activities entirely. This is a video of when I was younger. I tried to, like, uplift people too, so it's kind of cute. I just want to, like, make sure the topic's not as, like, intense, because it's getting a little intense, but, you know, this is a cute video.
Don't change who you are because people want you to be. Be kind, be yourself, be nice, be creative, be whatever it is you do. Bye.
So, yeah. So, I hope you listen to Little Sam. Just be yourself. Alright. And finding belonging. So, I go to a day program at Rise, which had helped me a lot with finding friends, with making connections, with, like, just going out in the community. So discovering OPWDD and Rise Life Services changed everything for me. The Rise community made me feel included and valued for who I am. They did, like, affirmation activities, so affirmations and meaningful activities helped me develop more of self-worth. I did have ComHab, so while at Rise, I found help through ComHab. During ComHab, I'm able to become more independent with one-on-one staff outside of program. We work on skills like cooking, being out in the community, fitness, and mental health goals. I have found this to be very helpful, working with someone one-on-one. This is, like, also another option if you're like, oh, I don't know about day rehabilitation, there's ComHab. So that would be good. And then this is, like, my friends and stuff, and, like, relationships I found in my program. I love them. They are all awesome. And then Rise's impact on my life. Activities at Rise encouraged me to step out of my comfort zone. Even when I doubted myself, the team provided encouragement and support. Fitness activities helped me build routine and confidence. Each experience showed me I am capable and deserving of love and belonging. And then that's me, just, you know, a picture of me working out on like park equipment, and then just like a prom thing. And why services like Rise matter. So Rise services matter because they do save lives by providing community and purpose. Adults with neurodivergence often feel left behind. Services like OPWDD are vital in making them feel not behind, making them feel like we could do this and that there's hope. Awareness and funding can ensure these resources remain accessible. Advocacy is critical to ensure no one feels alone or unsupported. And this is my first advocacy meeting for SANI's, which is Self-Advocacy of New York. My first advocacy meeting with SANI's was held at Rise Life Day program. During the meeting, I discussed different ideas I have to help bring more awareness to those who have disorders and disabilities, how to better their lives. Some of those ideas were a SCAT Bus app, more funding for programs, implementing more self-care in programs, raising the age limit for those who have disorders and disabilities in order to be entitled for help they need, which I'm going to get into that for a sec, but first let me play the video.
More attention and help. I want to show others the type of world that myself and others around me live every day, and how we can all function and thrive together by helping and understanding one another. I also wanted OPWDD to be well known throughout public schools so that individuals can have more information on the help they can receive for the future after they graduate without having to research it themselves and not being left with no services after they turn 18. It took me 2 years to start receiving.
Okay, so to get into that was the age limit for OPWDD, I think, is currently at 22 years old, which I found out I had autism at 19, and there was many other people in the Sannies group that found out they had a disability later in life. And if you find out later than 22, you will not be eligible to receive services, which I find very upsetting because people may not know what's wrong, and it could lead to very much like mental health crises. So I think that needs to change. Acknowledging my support system. Now, funny photo of me, because I have my tongue out, but whatever. My parents recognized my needs early and sought help for me. Some people aren't as privileged, so that's another reason for the other thing that I was talking about. Rise Life Services gave me a sense of purpose and belonging. These experiences have shown that I am where I'm meant to be. I now share my story to inspire others and advocate for a greater support. This is one of my inspirations. It's my Aunt Kathy. She was in a Newsday article that acknowledged her advocacy throughout the years and for others. So I'm going to give the summary. Is my Aunt Kathy was born with bone brittle disease and needed help physically her whole life. This didn't discourage her. She stated in the Newsday article, "I am a fighter. I don't let things get me down, and things aren't perfect for me, but I'm grateful for what I do have." She was a volunteer at Long Island Veterans Home in Stony Brook, where she uplifted the veterans every day with her positive attitude. She is an inspiration to me, and I'm grateful for someone like that to look up to. I'm very grateful that she did what she did, and I hope to continue what she has done. And advocating for change, spread awareness about OPWDD and Rise Life Services, support increased funding and accessibility for neurodivergent resources, and share stories to inspire others and reduce stigma. Together we can build a more inclusive and supportive environment or world, as I said. Thank you for listening to my presentation. Now, if you have questions, you could ask down below in the comments. I'm sure, I'll reply. So, yeah. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much for listening in. Bye.